What is going on, Cupbangers? Today is a very moist day in LA. I'm Alejandro, and let's talk about cars. You go, hit it, Pedro! A lot of things have been said about Tesla's Autopilot feature, but people seem to still don't understand how it works. This isn't a real Autopilot we currently have, by the way. It's just a very complex and way more advanced version of the cruise control that you find in pretty much any new modern car. In fact, this is the iPhone 11 compared to the iPhone 2 of this technology. But still, we can't fully trust and blame a system that isn't perfected yet. There are a few issues which Tesla has yet to solve before we can truly call this Autopilot. And here they are. Yellow lines. The car doesn't really see yellow lines that well. You put it in Autopilot here and it'll highlight both, but when you're in traffic and you start it out of nowhere, it really has a hard time reading the yellow lines here. So yellow lines, if you're in between two, you see how it disappears and appears. It's not very good at saying that the yellow lines are actually lanes. So that's a small flaw there. It won't stop at any light whatsoever. So if the light right here changed to red, the car won't stop unless there's a car in front of me that'll stop. So if you're the first car going through red light, you're gonna get T-boned, my homies, because the car doesn't know that it's a stoplight. The same thing applies to stop signs. Obviously, the car doesn't know there's a stop, so every single time there's not a car in front of you, or even if there's a car in front of you, the moment it goes, your car will follow. So you don't want to trust this in case there's a stop sign. People, it does not know when people are coming. So you know the crosswalks where people can just cross from one side to the other? I know, right? Whenever they're crossing like this, if they're not right directly in front of your car, the car can't see it. So it won't slow down. If someone's running towards you, you're for sure going to clip him. So do not try this at home, people. Just trust what Alejandro's telling you this one time. When you're stopped like right now, your car immediately highlights within the computer the car in front of you. And then it'll start following that car. If the car in front of me decides that he wants to make a left turn even though I want to go straight, my car is going to make that left turn with the other car. And it gets really annoying and distracting. So you got to be on your shizzle so that you know whenever the car wants to go left, you are going to stomp on the brake or move the wheel and make sure that you don't go left with the other person randomly and chase them home, and then who knows what the hell you're going to do once you're there. Probably get a crumpet or two. This is another great example right here. When someone stops right in front of you and they're taking their sweet time to go left, it takes forever to realize that the car is going left and it's out of the way and then go. That was a perfect example. That was, we were lucky right now. We were lucky on this one. Sidewalks. Now, you see the sidewalk right here on the left? It can barely see it once you're there. So if you're driving in the middle of nowhere, you're in Autopilot and there's a sidewalk that sticks out, you might want to get a hold of the steering wheel because you'll hit that thing. It'll realize it's a sidewalk way too late. So sidewalks, again, don't trust the car. See, here, he's following the guy on the left, and then he just realized that the guy on the left, and now it corrected to the right. Perfect example. Also, he knows when there's a Red Bull truck in front of you, and you can see it on the screen. That's kind of cool. Just like with people, when we're talking about things coming from the side, cars do the same. So whenever someone comes out of nowhere from a small street or a big street or blows a red light, if you're in Autopilot, there's literally nothing your car can do and they're gonna T-bone you. So always be alert, always look to the sides. You can't just trust the car. See, right now we're making a left turn with a Red Bull bus and now it's making a right turn, but if someone's coming on the, look. I had to literally just stomp on the brake there because he was following that car, then it made up its mind, but he didn't see this car in front of us, the C-Class. So don't trust the car, always pay attention to what you're doing. Navigation. The car doesn't drive itself, so whenever you put a navigation address here, the car doesn't know you're going left or right. It's just going to go straight. So don't try to go through small streets on Autopilot because it won't do anything. The speed limit. The car knows what the speed limit is, but sometimes it even wants to go under the speed limit. Don't ever try to fool it to go over the speed limit because then it starts to get dodgy with the car and it starts to not react so fast. So never go over the speed limit or whatever this suggests. Here we go. We were going to go over that red light if I didn't step on the brake. Another thing that the car does but doesn't do that well is switching lanes. So there has to be nobody else on the right side for the car to switch lanes. And then it stops, but it doesn't have a good gauge of where it is unless you're in traffic. And then if you're in traffic, look, that guy coming out, the car didn't see it until now. Boom. See, nothing from the sides, guy. You gotta stay Gotta stay focused. Hey! This is my favorite iffy thing about the Tesla self-driving thing. So whenever there's quick changes on how the lane goes, and by that I mean if there's some quick turns coming up, the car can't keep up with them and it'll make you almost smash against anything on the side. And here we go. See, this is why you gotta stay ready for this. So it goes left, really close to this guy, doesn't go right. Now it goes all the way to the right. There's a sidewalk right here. Didn't have to touch it, but look at the car right here. And then he goes all the way to the right. So yeah, quick turns, do not use it on quick turns when the car is going fast. Dangerous shit. Some dangerous shit right here. Shut up, Tesla. No one tells me how to auto drive. Another thing no one should ever expect the car to save you from is if someone rear ends you, because I can only see a lawsuit coming up soon. Oh, someone rear-ended me when I had autopilot and the car didn't do anything. So I haven't tried that, but try not to get hit while you're parked on autopilot. And obviously a lot of unpredicted stuff. So if someone is gonna merge right into you, there's nothing the car can do. I mean, it can only go left so much. Don't expect this to be a self-driving car. This is a very advanced cruise control system that the car has. It's perfect when you're on slow traffic and you don't want to be stepping on the brake, moving the steering wheel and all that. You can just sit and watch, but don't sit and turn around and start doing whatever the hell you're gonna be doing, because that's not gonna go well. So yeah, there's a lot of iffy things within the autopilot system itself. Again, this is not an autopilot system. You should not expect the car to drive itself. You should expect the car to help you with easy tasks. Don't trust anyone, don't trust the road, do not trust the cars. It's doing a hell of a job, but it's not yet a self-driving car. So come to the bangers, stay safe out there. Which one is your favorite feature out of any Tesla that you know about? I'm very curious to know in the comments down below. I'm Alejandro, and I do not approve this message. Thank you very much for watching. Peace in the pants.